Skrunch. Skrunch is his name.
Ratchet, I need you to extend the bridge at junction G5.
So, now starts Ratchet Section, where we play as a little Terranoid. We have to talk to people. And in order to talk to people,
Ratchet,
here's
I
the
found
instructions.
some online instructions for the Tira guys. Let's see. When you speak to a Tyrannoid, you should see a holographic display. Just tap or hold the correct button as it moves across your display. Watch what you say, though. These guys have really nasty tempers.
So, it's pretty much just a button mashing. Not button mashing, it's a combo. Combo? I don't know. I don't know what the exact word, exact phrasing is. It's like Guitar Hero. Just think of Guitar Hero. Quick time. I wouldn't call it really a quick time event, but button pairing. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's that. And if you mess up too many times, you'll like say something ridiculous like orange crouton zoom zoom butterscotch, like that. But sometimes you'll anger them and they'll like stop talking, I think, or they'll like yell at you like, "What you say about my mother?" It's great. I have a deliver message deliver. Look suspicious. Who are you? Frank. I'm not really a big fan of the longer ones where you have to like hold it down, because I always feel like I'm out of time, but very well, one can't be too careful. But yeah, I'm not really too comfortable with the longer ones, so, because I think I never actually hit it perfectly, but it doesn't matter too much. And there's also directions instead of just buttons. To spice things up. Don't tell anyone about it. Hid 5 bullets into this grinder. Haha, sucker, it's all mine now. That grinder's actually the walkway, which is like, why do we have this down? And then we like seamlessly go back towards Clank, which is cool. And I think, yeah, Skrunch just walks into all the lasers. All the lasers! And if you run across here, you won't be able to reach it because that's how lasers work. Luckily, Skrunch will only run towards the last placed banana. So, and he does eat them whole like cork. I don't think we can go that way as of yet. But if we get these little guys.
Look, Gadgebots! I love those little guys. To give them command, just hold triangle and select a command with the left analog stick.
So the Doombots are back, this time called Gadgebots. I thought they were called Doombots. Or something. It's pretty much like a staple thing when you control Clank, since he does have much less health than Ratchet, and it doesn't like grow as the game goes, I don't think. They give him like a little army of robots to control, which is really cool. I always like it. And yes, in order to get past, you have to have the monkey get shot at, while you just run around doing whatever. It's like screw you, Skrunch and Cork, get shot at. And I think they can shoot my my little robots, because I am missing one. Either that or he blew himself up. Not sure how. Kind of confused in that, but no, I don't need you on that, guys, please. So I do need everyone else to be on here. I need them to wait, so I can then help them up and then order them to go inside. Yes. No, I think I tell Skrunch to sit back here, and I shoot the banana right at his face. Okay, there it is. Yeah, I already know that. Don't worry, Cork. I know my job, unlike you. I do my job, I should say. And then we go back to Ratchet. Not sure where they have lasers in their own facility. That scared the shit out of me. And I found out that the reason why that button was there is for the door. I didn't realize at first. I thought it was for the lasers that almost, killed me. there is that. We are pretty close to the end of this little section, I think. I have to repair the hollow vid in the break room. It's about time we missed yesterday's Secret Agent Clank episode. Oh, drat. Rip that. I'll never ever get to see that episode again. Gotta wait for the fucking reruns. Ugh. That means you gotta hide from all the spoilers. Would you mind extending the bridge, sir? Yes. You have no clearance. How do I know I can trust you? I think this is the one where you tell him that you'll give him a phone number of your ex-girlfriend or something. Something like that. Because I'll give you my sister's phone number and I'm definitely not a Lombax. Yep. Confirmed. Oh, why didn't you say so? I'm not sure which one he's saying that to. Whether or not is that I'm a Lombax or I'm gonna give him my sister's phone number.
Well, what took you so long?
Clank, what are you doing here? You're supposed to meet me on the surface.
I thought I would help.
Well, you can give me a hand searching Dr. Nefarious' office. Let's see it. Oh, look at this. The complete Secret Agent Clank Holovid collection. This guy's your biggest fan.
That is rather disturbing.
Yeah, it is.
I have downloaded an encrypted star map. Perhaps Al can decode it.
Great. Let's get back to the Phoenix.
And just so that we were able to infiltrate secret, super secret base, and how might we get out, you might say? Well, the only way we could ever get out, and get out in style, i.e. through the sewers. Unfortunately, we don't have to, like, you know, aerial dive? No, like, we don't have the little fun mini game like we do when we jump out of a plane. We just sort of fall into sewage, I should say. You don't really fall into a sewer. Well, you fall into a sewer, but you don't fall into sewer. That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, this is all not directed. You can't go back and move during that section. But here's the plumber. He said he'd be back,
Whoa.
and he was.
Deja vu.
Oh, it's you two again. Right on schedule. This here is one of the nastiest, smelliest sewers in the galaxy. Most guys wouldn't set foot in a place like this, but me? I just can't get enough.
It's like drugs.
Right. Well, we were just passing through. You can get back to whatever you were doing.
Hey, if you find any sewer crystals, I'll pay you for them in bolts. I'm making something special for the missus.
And sewer crystals?
Sewer crystals. We'll keep that in mind.
4,000 for 2 bolts, which is pretty decent. Like I said, they had this in the first game. Not the first, the second game. I don't remember it in the first, but it's definitely in the second. Where you have to go around and collect a bunch of crystals while fighting off a bunch of enemies. And you can either find them laying around in like a little capsule like that, or you find a bigger opponent, like we saw earlier in the little section. And I think I go and collect 15 or so. I think it's 15. And then leave. Like I said before, I'm mostly going to be doing this in off camera because a lot of it is sort of just repeating the same thing, and the sewers are really confusing. And so it's a map that I get easily lost on. So that's why I'm like, because the thing about it is you don't have to go down every tunnel for it to say that you've been there. As you've been noticing, I've only been there for like 3 tunnels, and the game thinks I've been through like, I've only been down 1 tunnel, and the game thinks I've been through 3. So it's hard to, it's always hard for me to keep track of where I've been and where I haven't been. So I have to backtrack a lot, which is probably going to take me more time, because a lot of the sewers look the same. It's just a pipe with enemy spotting. And I think if I had the rocket boots, I could make this go a lot faster, but I don't, unfortunately, have rocket boots. It's a great place to level up, though. Lots of little smaller creatures, which is why the whip is nice. I think I level up the whip. Yeah, there you go. I don't get a cutscene for that? Oh, what a ripoff. What a ripoff indeed. Oh yeah, so if you go on the opposite side of the mucus, like, filled walls or whatever, they won't actually break open because that's not the side with the trigger for the large creature with the crystal is. You have to be on a specific side, in case you were wondering. It makes sense in some way. Like, okay, well, they can't come from one direction, so they have to come from the second. But at the same time, you're like, wait, do they only appear and they, like, show up as I'm walking? Where are they? Where did they come from? Where did they go? Are they Kai Joe? You'll never know. Anyway, I think I just get like 15 or so, and then run out because a lot of this is just this, and I don't know how interesting it is to watch me do this the entire time. I do want to collect the crystals because you get a butt ton of money from doing so, and I like a game that gives me a butt ton of money for doing rather simple stuff. You know, collecting crystals and killing like big creatures for crystals isn't, the hardest thing ever. And it does get kind of repetitive, so I don't know how interesting it would be just to watch me run around hitting things. But yeah, I always lose track of where the heck I am. I think the rocket boots will make this faster, but I don't know when or if we'll get the rocket boots in this game. Hopefully we do. Because the rocket boots are fun as fuck to use. Oh, wait, not upgraded this to version 4? I guess not. And now I've just wasted another ammo. Yay! So productive. So many crystals. I think there is 100 silver crystals. I'm gonna double check this. I don't actually remember the exact number of crystals. And instead of just,
Ratchet, bring that star map you stole from Nefarious back to the Phoenix. I've got a plan, and I think you're gonna like it.
Yeah, there's 101 sewer crystals. If you're early, a gadget obtained later helps finding them all. So, yeah, I collected 15. I'm like, okay, I don't want to spend too much time in here. He had 53. Okay, so I do actually need to come back later to grab a lot more of the bolts. So I won't be able to get the bolts, all the bolts, in my free time as of yet. I apparently need an item. So I have to sell the crystals to him for 30,000 bolts.
Ah, fresh from the bowels of a king amoeboid.
He's giving that to his wife, in case you were wondering. I have 106,000 bolts. I think I buy the flux rifle, because I wanted the sniper rifle.
The flux rifle is an excellent weapon for sniping. To enter sniper mode, equip the flux rifle and press L1. Use R1.
Oh, I was like, what did I just do? It's a cutscene. Okay. This is just showing me exiting the area. And we can now go back and forth between the sewer with this little shuttlecraft. So, which is nice. I don't have to go through the entire area to just go collect sewer. And we also can go travel back to Slim Cognito. I don't know if he's going to give us more weapons in the future. It'd be interesting to see if that is a thing, or if it's like, hey, if you bought this game and then, finished the first one. Looks like we haven't won all the challenges at the Annihilation Nation, so I guess there's going to be more later. Because that's not a completed mission. But it does keep track of the optional quests to do. And for the most part, I want to do most of them, I do want to collect sewer crystals, because for selling 15 for 30,000 bolts is pretty decent. This is Nefarious watching Ratchet and Clank.
Sorry to disturb your work, sir, but you may want to know that your impenetrable secret base on Aquatos has been penetrated.
Impossible!
If you say so, sir. They apparently stole some sort of data disk. Well, I must be off now. Dirty laundry and whatnot.
Who is responsible for this outrage?
I believe it was a Captain Quark.
Oh, he got the credit? Oh, this is great.
Oh, Janice, you'll always be the love of my life.
Soap operas for the win.
You really should have that looked at.
That moron could never hope to match wits with the likes of me.
If anyone can beat a moron at his own game, it's you, sir. He has, however, assembled a group of elite agents known as the Q-Force.
What? This Q-Force must be stopped. Destroy them, eradicate them, annihilate them all!
It's on my to-do list. Right after folding your underwear.
But he's not wearing any clothes. Does that mean he's like naked now? You're throwing way too many questions at me here, Naughty Dog. Is this Naughty Dog? No, is it Naughty Dog? Wait a second. Hold up. Need to double check my facts. No, Naughty Dog restaurant? Not quite.
Well, team, I believe some congratulations are in order.
It is, okay.
After all, my plan worked even more perfectly than expected.
Right?
Well?
Shut up, Quark.
Way to go, dude.
Don't mention it. I'm just doing my job. Now that I know where the Tyrannoids are coming from, I can put a stop to this alien menace once and for all. With utter disregard for my own safety, I've drawn up an ingenious plan for an attack on Tyrannosis. First, I shall humbly step aside, allowing Ratchet to free fall down and take out the mortar launchers at the landing site. Once the mortars have been silenced, the dropship will make its descent.
I'm an idiot, don't worry.
Next, Ratchet will take the assault vehicle from the dropship, make his way to the 4 plasma cannon turrets, and destroy them. Once the turrets have been knocked out, Ratchet will personally lead the assault on the main enemy base.
Seems to be me doing a lot of work, huh?
All right, let's get to it.
Question?
Yes, you there in the front.
Yeah, hi. I was just wondering, what are the rest of you gonna be doing while I'm down there getting blasted?
We'll be monitoring the situation closely from here. Actually, we'll be down at the lunch buffet on deck 5.
Lunch? What?
It's Meatloaf
I
Day,
miss Meatloaf Day, you
but
asshats.
we'll be rooting for you every step of the way.
Yeah, ma'am, we got your back.
Yeah, the plan is excellent.
Ugh. This Q-Force should be renamed the Ratchet Force, like, Jesus.
Helga.
See, I think Helga is voiced over by a character, not a character, but a person who is in the Digimon series, the original one. It's the guy with the little bug. I forgot the bug's name. I forgot his name as well.
A new suit of armor is available at the Gadgetron armor vendor.
That's pretty cool, except that I, wasted all my money on a flux rifle, so I don't think I have enough money for this.
Ratchet, that new armor suit for sale at the vendor is constructed from ionized adamantine alloy. That's one of the hardest substances in the galaxy. But I suppose you already knew that.
Is that like a Wolverine reference? I wonder. Yeah, I don't have enough money. 50% less, 50% absorbed damage. I think we're at 33% right now. And I think the next level after the 50 would be 66. I don't think they go up to 100% damage absorbed. But I think I ended the recording session here. Yeah, I did. So, we'll see you next time when I go invade an entire